Welcome everyone. So our SaaS made $20,000 in just one day. As you can see here, this is the 24th of August, right? The whole throughout the day, right? And there's a peak here of $20,000 in just one payment at 7 p.m., right? This isn't fake, so that's why I'm just moving this around. So 20K in a day. And in this video, I want to go over how we did it, who was the client, how we plan on doing it again and again and again, and how you can do it too if you do own a SaaS business or if you plan on having a SaaS business. So before I do that though, I want to clarify that you see these big numbers online. Yeah, $20,000 in just one day. Note that this is not $20,000 in my pocket, right? There's costs, right? There's a lot of stuff involved. So I didn't just pocket 20K in my pocket. I pocket a lot, right? I mean, it's business money, which we do reinvest, but just know that I could make this crazy video about how I made $20,000 in profit. I didn't make $20,000 in profit. The business did. It's not even 20K in profit. So there's costs. There's a bunch of stuff. I don't want you to think that SaaS is easy. It's easy money. So yeah, I just want to make that clear. Now, who bought this? Who was the client? It was a VC-backed company. What does this mean? It was a venture capital-backed company. So VC funds have a lot of money, right? There's rich guys that have a lot of money and they scour companies and startups to invest money in, right? They invest in multiple different startups, right? A bunch of them, right? Let's say Uber, for example, I don't know, Snapchat, when they're just getting started, right? With the hopes that all these companies they invest in, right? Because they invest in a bunch of them at the same time, one of them becomes a unicorn and they make a lot of money, right? This is how they work. Now, because they give these startups a lot of money, right? And the goal is to get them to either blow up or die, right? These startups, right, doesn't matter what they are and what niche they are, they do it for several niches, right? What these startups have to do, right, these VC-backed companies, is use all the money the VC fund gives them and spend the money in hiring, marketing, development, whatever it is, right? Whatever it is the founders, right, of the companies feel like they need to spend money on, they will spend money on that. And they have to spend every single dollar, right? Because why? Because the VC funds give money to the startups and say, listen, guys, here's all this money, make the most out of it, right? You got to spend all the money because the more money you spend, the further you can grow. That's at least the idea, right? So they cannot afford to not spend a single dollar. So let's say, for example, this startup right here, they invested in, right? They went for a seed round or they got around for $5 million, right? This startup has to invest every single penny into anything related to their growth, right? And so why these, right, are a great customer and were a great customer for us, because this payment came from a VC-backed startup. So it came from one of these businesses that have a lot of VC money backing them, right? I won't give you the exact amount they got money for, but I can tell you that they spent all the money and they already were going for a second round, right? Because they do multiple rounds. They give them money once, right? And a couple of months later, they give money again, right? Of course, at the payment that you get the money, yes, but the VC fund gets equity in your startup, right? And the more money they give you, the more equity you have to give out, okay? That's just how it works. And so the reason why these sort of businesses are a great customer is because they spend money like this, right? Because they have to. That's 20K in a day, right? This was for our SaaS in specific, was not for a yearly plan or a monthly plan. We do offer extra credit. So you can top up your account with more credits to use our tool more. So that was what they did. So they spent 20K. And now they have extra credits to spend on our platform, right? As a marketing expense. And so again, I want you to understand why this is super valuable before I show you how to find these companies. Again, the main reason is because they have to spend every single dollar. They literally have to. They have no choice but to spend the money, because the VCs will not allow them to not spend the money, right? They make them spend the money, of course, in a way that makes sense, not just burning money, right? And if you can convince these startups that they need your software, that your software will bring them results, of course, it actually needs to bring them results, right? They will spend more money with you because they want to scale and go fast, right? Not just like a regular customer that maybe is subscribed on a monthly basis. They spend the money every single month. They grow slowly and slowly and slowly, which is fine, right? These guys want to grow fast. That's why they pay you a lot of money right away, because they want to spend the money right away, reinvest and grow and grow and grow. Because again, the whole point of VC-backed startups is to grow like this, exponentially, not like a regular business that grows like this, right? And to grow like this, you need to spend a lot of money. Now, where do you find these businesses and how are we going to find these businesses? Because I mean, I want more 20K days, right? And I'm sure there's a bunch more VC-backed companies that if they knew about our product, they would buy and invest a lot in it. So how do you find these companies? A quick Google search with recently funded startup list, right? Just click any of these, right? And it'll give you a list, right, of recently funded startups for 2024, right? This is from April, right? And there you go. There's a bunch, right? A list of all these recently funded startups with the industry, with the amount of funding they got, so the amount of money they have to spend. Don't forget, this is money they have to spend, right? On marketing, product development, logistics, whatever, right? $100 million, $34 million, $6 million, $2.5 million, right? Again, there's the round, Series B, Series A, pre-seed, right? If you want to go for companies that haven't yet been very diluted or not, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. What matters is that you have the startup, you have the URL, you have the amount the funding was, right? What you do simply is just, and this is a bit manually, just copy the URL, go to the site, contact the founders. Because and these are startups, don't forget, these are startups. So these are small companies. So it's super easy to reach the founders, right? You can use a software like CyberLeads, right? Which is something we plan on using, which basically is an agency that finds you and gives you like on autopilot every week or every month, a list of these startups as well as the emails, right? So it's easier. You don't have to go to this site right here and go to their domain and find the founders, right? You can just use this software and it'll directly give you the emails, right? The funding amount, when they were funded, like 2 days ago, 3 days ago, 1 week ago, what's the company name? So it gives you a bunch more info, right? This is good for that, but if you want to do it for free, because this costs like $500 a year, which isn't much. But if you want to do it for free, you can using this, right? And this is such an untapped, I feel like an untapped marketing strategy because, again, these guys have to spend the money. And if your product works, if you have case studies from other VC-backed companies or other startups, just show them this and say, listen, hey guys, your competitor used our software and they got these results. You've just been recently funded, you have some money to spend it on us, and we will try and achieve the same results as this guy achieved. Right? Doesn't really matter it does matter how you do the outreach, but my point here is to show you that you can do this, anyone can do this, and it's a great way to get some like high paying days, because again, these guys need to spend the money. That's it. I know I repeated myself a bit, but hopefully you can take this and apply it to your business. I sure know I'm going to do it more and more because I mean, a $20,000 day and a $20,000 client is much better than all these small clients. Now, something else you can do, right, is you can get in touch with the VC fund directly, right? Instead of going for the startups, you can go for the fund. Now, we haven't yet done this. The plan is to do this in the future. But if you go directly to the source, right, you get access to all these companies, right? And then the VC fund can recommend directly that they use you, right? So that's it, right? VC fund company startups, recently funded, a lot of money to spend because they're startups, you're super close and you can easily message the founder on Instagram, Twitter, or even email because again, they're small, right? So there's not like a lot of barriers between you and the CEO. There's no like layers, so you can just hop on and talk with the CEO directly, okay? So yeah, that's it, that's the video. I'll leave 2 links in the description. One is for my free SaaS course. So it's a course breaking down this stuff, marketing strategies, email sequences, product building, hiring people. So like how to build a SaaS or how to grow a SaaS if you already have one. There's a free course for that. I'll leave it down below in the description. The second link is going to be a link for my paid course and my community. Reason why it's paid is because I put a lot of time and effort into it. And it's things that I don't really share online for free, because if I did that, a lot of people would copy it and grow their businesses. It's literally things that I'm using to currently grow my own SaaS business that I share on there. It's a private course, private community of SaaS founders where we all exchange ideas and like talk about what's working, what's not working. So if you want to invest a bit of money into growing your SaaS business, or if you're just starting out, increasing the speed at which you grow, that community and course is for you. And third, the third link I'll leave in the description is a link for my personal one-on-one coaching. So again, what I'll do with that is I'll hop on with you as a coach. I'll hop on with you every single week, going over what we can do to grow your SaaS, what I think you should do, what I think you shouldn't do, more of a one-on-one coaching program. So yeah, that's it. That's the video. Like, subscribe. Also, please comment what type of videos you want to see next, because I record stuff based on what you want. Cheers.